Hello, everybody. It's Keris here, helping you get into schools and nurseries with your business. And I'm so happy to be joined by Sammie today, who I absolutely love catching up with. Sammie's always got some news for me. There's always something new going on in the business. So I thought it'd be really, really good for us to have a catch up today and for Sammie to let you all know a little bit more about the sort of insights into how she's had a lot of success over the past year from getting into schools and nurseries. So welcome, Sammie.
Thank you. Hello.
Would you like to introduce yourself and your business? Tell us a bit more about your business.
Yeah, so I'm Sammie. I help build children's confidence through my Boogie Talk dance sessions in schools, nurseries, communities, and I'm moving into sort of organisations now as well, not just schools and nurseries. So that's quite good. And my background used to be like a kids entertainer, holiday park entertainer. I brought that to my business, and it just seems to be a winning combination.
Fab. I love it. I love it. So let's go back to when we first met, because it was a long time ago now, wasn't it? I can't even remember when it was, Sammie. Do you have a bit of an idea of when it was?
Well, I think, because we were talking about this today, I think I did a free challenge maybe in February. Now, if there was one available there, because I remember I just started doing some taster sessions, working on your methods, and I'd done a taster, and then we hit lockdown, so I kind of stopped. And then you came up with another challenge about get your business online, so I stayed with it.
The next week, wasn't it? So we were like, right, okay, well, we can't do the get into schools and nursery challenge now because they're all shut, so we're going to do the get your business online challenge instead. And literally about a week later, that's what we did.
Because I didn't commit at first as well, because I was, maybe like some other people, a bit reluctant, but just because I've changed since working with you. I've changed everything. I've changed my whole mindset, and I've done really well. I feel quite proud of myself. But at that time, I didn't have that mindset, and I did not. It wasn't even very much. I think it's £30 a week. I didn't want to spend it. How am I going to find £30 a week? Well, actually, it's really easy to find £30 a week for something that's got lots of value. So, yeah. But I'm so glad. I'm so glad that I joined you and found you.
Because you said to me once, I remember you saying this, Keris, I don't normally like to spend money.
No, I don't. I worry. I was a big worry about money. I've completely changed. My husband said something the other day. He said, "Oh, that's a bit expensive." And I was like, "Oh no, it isn't. It's just money. Money's just another thing now. That you get rid of it, but you get a bit more." So that's a bit of the mindset thinking, isn't it? It's really changed. It's really changed my business completely.
Oh, that's so amazing to hear. And we do a lot of mindset in the Approaching Schools Academy, don't we? So we'll talk about that in a moment, actually, because you mentioned that we met. We did the free Get Your Business Online challenge back in the pandemic. You were a bit reluctant to spend money, but you knew something had to change. You came into my monthly membership that I had at the time before we had the Approaching Schools Academy. And what kind of, because you were already working with me, and you were already seeing some results in your business. So I know a lot of the time you were coming to me and saying, Keris, I'm fully booked. And you had a lot of different avenues, lots of different things going on in your business. Why did you then decide to come into the Approaching Schools Academy? If you'd already been working with me, you already knew some of my methods, things were going reasonably well in your business. What made you think, right, now's the time I need the Approaching Schools Academy as well as all of that?
Yeah, so I've sort of been, not moaning because that sounds bad, but I have been fully booked. I couldn't take on any more work. I mean, I think especially when that academy was available, I couldn't really take on any more work. But I saw an interview with Jackie, the lovely Jackie, and she said she'd made an extra £21,000 since she'd been in the academy. And I just thought, wow. And I thought Jackie's just like me, really. So I think we're quite similar. So I thought if Jackie can do it, then maybe I should really try, because that would make such a big difference to my business, that injection of money, of course. So I thought, well, if it's working for Jackie, there's no reason why it can't work for me. And I have, so you haven't really used the academy correctly yet. I will, I promise. But already, I've now got 3 team members, so I can, I didn't have that before.
So that's something that we give you access to, because when we launched the Approach Schools Academy, people had started having success far quicker than they thought possible. And they realised they had a very good problem to have. Lots of people coming to me saying, Keris, I can't complete the academy because I'm fully booked and I don't have any teachers and I don't know how to get teachers involved. I don't know if I'm ready for a team. And then there were other people saying, I've heard about the Approach Schools Academy and I'd love to come in, but I'm totally swamped at the moment. Totally fully booked. I can't see past where I'm at in my business at the moment. If I was going to learn how to get into schools with you, I'd have to get a team. So we put in place the Attracting Your Dream Team Member module as a bonus module that you would have instant access to. So is that the one you worked through first then?
Yeah, but I think that may have been, I may have seen that before in the coaching community.
Yeah.
I didn't use it then because I didn't think that was me. I heard you speaking to Van earlier, and it was a big step. It's a big step to take on a team member because I've had a bit of a bad experience before.
Yes.
And yeah, I was nervous. Plus, it's quite precious. You have a certain way that you work, and will anyone do it the same or give it the same justice? But as I've moved on, I've now realised it's not. I mean, I am unique and I teach in a certain way, and I'm good at that bit. But the concept, the Boogie Talks concept, is the bit that works. So really, if you get the right person, anyone can implement that.
There we are, and that's a big part of your future, which we'll come on to as well at the end of our chat. You mentioned mindset, so obviously the bringing on a team. You said you weren't ready for it the first time. I kind of coached you on it, but when you saw it in the academy, you were kind of ready now. You were ready for a change in your business. Brought on 3 new team members, and you mentioned that your mindset has completely changed, and that your money mindset is completely different. And we do have a lot of mindset work in the academy from our qualified mindset coach, Philippa. So tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, so it's just really good. It's great to have access to that, because some of the things I've been listening to some books as well that you've recommended. I just downloaded that Eat That Frog, actually. I love to listen, so I love an audio book. I watched before, when we was in the pandemic, I watched a lot of you while I'm cooking dinner, while I'm in my car. So I love audio. I love that sort of stuff. And so I've been listening to those, and then things that are coming up in that is the same sort of thing that I think you've said it as well, but Philip is saying. So then if you can recognize a problem, you can then ask. You can ask Philippa, and you kind of know yourself, but she confirms it. This is what you need to do. Yeah. And then if you can understand it, you can move on. If you know, like, why you're feeling this way, you know, like the self-sabotage and imposter syndrome, all these words I never heard before, imposter syndrome and things like that. And and procrastination. And I tell you what else, with the mindset thing as well, it's really nice to know it's not just you. Like everyone has the same thing, you just have it at different times. And so I think that's really, the community as well is great. But I would say the best thing for me, because I have been working with you well, the best thing I like being in the academy for, I like the monthly coaching from yourself and from Philippa. I love that. That's the best bit.
Oh, fab. Because the academy is like a hybrid program, isn't it? So you get all of that in part of your live support. So we give you an initial 6 months membership to that live support, so that you can check in with me once a month on a business strategy call. You can check in with Philippa once a month on a business mindset call, and also once a week, like you said earlier, we've had our Q&A this week as well.
Yeah.
So you've always got a chance to get questions answered. You've always got someone to feel supported by. And like you say, even if it's not me or Philippa, it's one of the other children's activity providers that all know exactly what you're going through, because they've all either been through it or are going through it at the moment or whatever, and can offer you some advice on how they dealt with that particular situation in their own business. I know a lot of people say it makes them feel like less alone, or like they're surrounded by people that get it. You know, like you said, if you try and discuss this stuff with people at home, they don't always get it from the same point of view. So that's really interesting to hear that you really enjoy that live support aspect. Tell me about, because I know you said you haven't done the academy in the right way, but I don't believe that. I believe there's a right way to work through the academy for everyone. Because when they jump on their Kickstart calls with me, I ask them all, where are you at in your business? What's your learning style? I recommend you start with this bit. Because although the self-study course aspect of the academy is linear in the sense that it's step by step, right from the beginning, right from the goal setting, right through to the sale, right through to reviewing and repeating it all year round. However, people are at different stages in their business. Like I say, there'd be people like you who really needed to get a team first before you could actually focus on getting more work with schools or nurseries. That's why we give you instant access to the Attracting Your Dream Team Member module. But equally, there'd be someone who's getting really stuck with the follow-up. And I might say to them, right, I'd actually like you to start with the follow-up module first, because that's where you're at. You've just done a free challenge. Maybe you didn't get as many responses as you would like to have had from your first go. So let's get really, really clear on the follow-up. And let's do that first, because that's your priority before going through and learning from the beginning to start your next new campaign. Same for someone who's maybe had a lot of success because they've just been in a free challenge. And now they need to learn how to sale. Now they need to learn their next steps. What do I take with me to the meeting? How do I get a meeting? How do I feel confident talking to a head teacher or a nursery manager or a subject lead about what I do? What happens then if they don't buy anything on the day? How do I follow that up? There might be someone that's at that stage, in which case I'll say to them on their Kickstart call, right, you've got to go into the sales module first, and then go back through the academy for your next campaign. So I don't think there's one like right or wrong. I think it has to be right for all of you. It's not like cookie cutter, because everyone's at different levels of their business. So for you, Sam, you've really learned a lot about selling to the schools that you're already with, haven't you? Tell me about that and the nurseries.
Yeah, so I was saying the other day, the follow-up, is it, I don't know if it's you, is it the fortunes in the follow-up? Is that
that's not my phrase, but I've heard that a lot.
Yeah. It's the follow-up. And I think I heard Karen say in her interview, it's now just a conversation. It's not like, oh, I can't talk to the headmaster because, now it's like you just speak to for me, it's a nursery manager. Oh, by the way, did you get that invoice? Oh, yeah. Did you see the prices going up? Yeah. Okay. Can you send that again? It's not even a thing. Because I just put my prices up, and I put them up quite a lot. I put them up more than 10%.
But you're adding more value now, though, right?
Yeah.
They're getting more from you.
Yeah, and from that, I said the price has gone up. Is that okay? And she sort of said, how many times are you in? Are you in once or twice a week? And I said, well, I'm currently in once. And she said, sort of like next time coming, can you do extra? So I said, hang on a minute, you're talking about twice a week. I'm in once a week. What is it you want? Do you want once a week and a longer session? So we went for that. So she had a long, like 45 minutes in one, 30 minutes in another. So.
Right.
So upgraded the time, also upgraded the price. But so that's what I learned, how to put those packages together, because I couldn't get my head around, well, what else can I offer? I can do 30 minutes. That's it. I'll do 30 minutes in nursery. Well, now I don't. I do longer if they want.
Yeah.
Or and just those sales conversations, it makes it easier. And I'm not, so I used to be also like, oh, it's this much. But now I'm like, it's this much,
Yeah. Well, this is the thing, right? If we're not confident giving over how much our packages are worth, then the conversation takes that turn. It takes the same energy, doesn't it? If we're a little bit awkward about saying our price, they're going to be a little bit awkward about accepting and having us in. Whereas if you can confidently say, this is what you get, this is what other nurseries like yours have said about this. This is also what how much what the benefits are to the children. and this is how much it is. Do you want it? You know, and it becomes much, like you say, it's a conversation because of the process you've been through. And I think you've absorbed much more than you perhaps realize you have, because you've been working with me for so much longer than simply coming into the academy when you did. You know, I think this process that you followed has led to the fact that your sales process is now a conversation. You know, it is now the next logical step, and you don't have any of that awkward feeling, because like you said, you've changed, you've got better money mindset, you're very, very confident with what you do. It's a very established business now, and it is about following that process so that they see the value, then they find the budget and go, okay, then. And that's what you're now experiencing from all of that. So that's amazing. Congratulations, because I know that's actually really improved your income, hasn't it? Just by simply learning to upgrade packages, learning to price them accordingly, learning how to upsell that to your nurseries. What was the amount you said your income had grown by that you told me the other day?
33%.
33%. Yeah, a third.
That's only since maybe this year or no, since I joined in February. Yeah. Just the new things I've put in place.
Yeah. Fantastic. And like you say, now you've got your teachers. If you want to put the rest of what you've got access to in place, you can go even further with this. You know, that's just by implementing one or two things that I've advised you on in the academy. Imagine how much further you can go with the rest of it now that you've freed up a bit of time for you.
Yeah, I love the time off as well.
Well, you deserve it. You deserve it. You know, since I've known you, you've always been extremely busy. So you deserve that time to yourself and also to think about your next move. Talking of which, what's like, I know there's been like big results for you as the impact of kind of being able to upgrade these nurseries, being able to improve your income by 33% in the last year. It means you've been able to reinvest in the business and develop it further. So tell us about that.
Yeah, I'm looking to franchise Boogie Talks.
I know.
But so, like, when you think about a franchise, that's a large amount of money. So when I'm talking to people about a franchise, I say, "Is this much?" I just said it. I put it in a conversation with one of the people that work for me. I just put it in a conversation when we were talking, and it just felt easy. And I know she's definitely thinking about it. She really is thinking about it, because she loves Boogie Talk. She's so enthusiastic. I saw her yesterday, and we had a conversation. And I said to my husband, I said, I think she's going to buy a franchise. I really do think she's going to do it, because they believe in the product. So, and I can just say the amount as well.
I love that. I love that. So, and this is the thing, right? A lot of people have said to me since coming into the academy as well, is that it's not just about learning to get into schools. Like, that was the initial reason they came in. But what they found is the impact of that has benefited so many different areas of their business and their life. So for you personally, it's that mindset point of view. But for your business, that's paid itself in dividends, hasn't it? Because your other areas of your business that you're developing outside of the academy, you're now much more confident in as well. So some of those systems and processes and your own self-belief has spilled out into other areas of your business, which is fantastic.
Before I met you, I was working in schools. I could get in the school, but it had become, I wasn't enjoying it. It become a job, you know, and because I was listening to Karen earlier, and how to, like, at the end of the school year, like, well, how do I get back in? Like, are they just going to contact me? Like, and it was always the uncertainty. And now that's what you get. So you can get into schools from the free challenge, you know, like, because it's such a great formula. But if you come into the academy, there's so much more. I remember doing that free challenge, and I thought, oh, but wait, I don't know what to do next. What's going to happen? So, but I wasn't ready to spend the money. That's why I stayed with you. I kept following you, because I was thinking, well, maybe something. I'll keep an eye. And me especially, I'm very good. If you tell me to do something, I will go and do it. I'm quite good at implementing. And
you're a good student.
Yeah. And on that challenge, when I did that free challenge, I was one of those ones. I wanted to rush ahead. I wanted to send the email out before the week had gone. You know, I was that person. And it's fun. It's like now you're a parent. Now you know why it goes this way and why you do things this way. So but yeah, I think the academy is so much more than just getting into schools. And the community. There's so much to be valued in a community of kids activity providers, because you just need that support.
Absolutely, and I love that group of people that we have within the academy. All of you academy members and alumni members that have decided to stay on simply for the community. They've learnt the strategy, they've implemented it in their business, and a lot of people are like, well, can I just pay monthly so I can stay? So you know, so it's that testament to people do want to stay in it a long time, because you're all learning from each other and you're all feeling supported from each other, which is lovely. I'm very, very proud of that community as well.
You saying paying monthly, I was thinking about that. That helps. You know, paying monthly is another sort of accountability as well, because when that money comes out, you're like, oh, what's that for? Oh yeah, I need to get more involved in that. So that's how I feel about things. Or I haven't done anything with that for a while, you know.
Yeah, because you've got that skin in the game. It's keeping you accountable, keeping you on it. Yeah, no, that's a really, really good insight. Thank you, Sammie. So what would you say is like the one best result since you started working with me to now? Like, what's the one thing that you would say, this is what I love now, this is my best result?
Well, I feel like I've had so much. So I would say I was running a business around my family. So I've got 3 children, and my business, I've been in business for a long time, like 16 years I've been running Boogie Tots. But it's just been something that I'm doing to survive with my family, you know. And then we hit lockdown, and well, even before that, because I found you before that, and when I found you, it was like, this could be so much more. You don't need to just be doing a job. This could be, I don't know, it could be what it is now and what it's going to be. And so it was opportunity, opening me up to a world of something I hadn't really thought about before. And like the online community, since I've invested in your course, I've invested in other courses online.
And that's very often the way.
Yeah, I would never have done that before.
Yeah.
And so just really, I am a businesswoman, Keris. Now
you are a businesswoman. Before I might have been a businesswoman, but perhaps you believe it a little bit more now.
Yeah. Whereas before I may have been a mum that did a dancing job, you know. So now I feel like I've got a really good business.
Absolutely.
All of that can be attributed. You can have all of that. That can be attributed to you, Keris. But yeah. But it has. It has. It sounds very dramatic. I was saying to Philippa the other day, it sounds dramatic, but it has changed my life. It really has.
I'm so happy for you. But honestly, you're the one that's done the work. So all credit to you. But, you know, I'm so happy to have been a part of your journey.
Yeah.
You know, it's been amazing to see your progress. And like you said, not just as a business owner, but as a person as well. So
yeah.
Super.
I'm not stopping there though.
No, of course not. What are the plans then? More plans on the horizon? You've always got something on the go.
Yeah, well, I want to franchise. I definitely want to franchise it, but also I'm noticing Boogie Tots is really attractive to the SEND community or SEND schools, and they have lots of funding. So I just been asked to do some sessions in so it's an adults learning facility, and you'll be proud of me the way that conversation went. They said they didn't have enough money and the people they've been looking at have been too expensive. So I sort of said, well, can you tell me your budget? This is my day rate. And so I told them the price I was going to be, but I said, but we can see if you're going to book for longer. And then the initial conversation, they only wanted it monthly. I said that. And because I don't think I'm cheap either. And then she said, oh, well, maybe we'll look at it weekly then. Can you come in for a visit? So, yeah.
Amazing results. So you see, it's all that kind of like that sales input that you've had as now washed over into these conversations you're having, where it's not, you know, it's you're suggesting things, you're framing the conversation in a certain way, and they're realizing actually we could get more value from you if we do it this way. So it's not that you've like sold them something they didn't want. They've suddenly realized that actually they will get more benefits and better outcomes for the children if you come in more frequently, which is a fantastic skill there that you've developed there. So I'm really, really super pleased to hear that. And as you say, a lot of that has come from your confidence as well, which is brilliant.
Yeah, and knowledge. You gave me the knowledge.
Teamwork. There we go.
Yeah, teamwork.
Oh, well, thank you so much for coming in to chat to us about your amazing journey, Sammie, so far. I'm sure we'll get you on again. But how can people find out about you if they're interested in finding out a little bit more about the Boogie Tots brand now that you have a franchise opportunity?
Yeah. You can just go to my website. It's boogietots.com.
Lovely.
Yeah, find me there. Come and buy a franchise.
Love it. Oh, thank you so much, Sammie. It's been amazing to chat to you today. See you soon.
Yeah, see you soon. Thanks, Keris.